Congratulations.
Thank you.
Can you put your sport psychologist hat on for a minute and tell us how you were able to mentally turn that around in the second set?
I was down the whole match, except of the first set. I was up with the break twice, and I had set point. And I didn't use my chances there. And then she won the set, and she was 4-1 up. And I was kind of fighting to just to stay longer on the court. Just don't give it so easy. I was telling to myself that, you're 4-1 down. Nothing to lose. Just fight for each game. Try to win every point. Try to deserve every point, because she will not give you anything. And when I was down 4-2 in the third set, I know this kind of feelings when you're having so much chances and you're not using them. Then your opponent will have one chance and she will use it. So I think that's the situation what happened with Svetlana and me today, because she was up the whole match. She was up set 4-1, then 4-2 in the third. She had so many break points on my serve, and she was 30 love up a couple of times on her serves. And I was keep coming back. I stick there. I was just not giving anything. In that moment, I was just didn't thought about like the end of the match. I was just thinking about how to kind of get back into the game. I was just thinking about that. And when I broke her 4-all, and I went to serve for the match, I had this in my mind. I was like, I'm not gonna give it. I went to serve, and I was like, I'm never gonna lose this game. And I don't know how I have it in my mind, it's to have a serving for the championship game, and don't be so nervous. I was really at that game. I was really calm. I was not thinking that if I'm gonna lose this game, it's gonna be 5-all. I was not afraid to lose. Maybe for the whole match, I was just trying to play. And I think Svetlana at the end of the match, she was afraid to lose the match. And this is the difference, maybe.
Your serve has been so good throughout the tournament, but today it kind of wasn't, to put it nicely. I mean, so what's your approach when you then you're relying on your second serve to keep you out of trouble? What kind of approach do you take?
Svetlana was returning really well today. She was putting a lot of pressure on me, on my serve, with her great return. Sometimes she was going with the high, deep topspin return. Sometimes she was going with the really sharp and flat cross court, and she was always kind of keeping me in keeping me kind of in the situation that I was not quite sure where should I serve, in the big moments and the key moments. And that's why I had a couple of double faults on game point for her, because I was just kind of not sure, where should I go. But then I think I was just trying to serve more wide serve in the middle of the second set. I was going more wide at the end of the match. When I kind of felt it, I start to go more T. I was just trying to go for the flat, big, good serve, and even I was missing it, I was keep going there. And with Svetlana, she's such a fighter. She's always playing great in the finals, and she has a good record against Russians. Somebody told me that. I don't know why, before the match. So I was like, good to know. Yeah, she has a good record against Russians. Okay. And she's a very smart player as well. She makes you sometimes look silly on the court, because she's using the spin slices. She's running around hitting like amazing forehand inside out winners. And then she's changing her serve as well. She was not serving all the time, in the same directions and same speed, same speed. She was serving slices, top spin, flat, all the time changing, all the time moving me around, So it was really physical match today as well. And at the end of the match, to be honest, I felt tired, but I was just not thinking. I was like, come on, don't think that you're tired. This is the only chance you can get in your life, and you're thinking that you're tired, just forget about that. Just fight, and don't think about tiredness and about anything right now. Just play.
You said when you beat Venus Williams, you said how proud you were about yourself when you handled the pressure. 5-3. Could that be the key moment, the turnaround of your tournament?
I think the turnaround of my tournament was when I beat Shelby Rogers, when I lost to her 2 times. And I beat her finally. Hey, Shelby. Yes. I guess, I mean, every win here for me was a turnaround. Big win for me was against Angie Kerber. You know, she's #1 in the world next week, and she's a great player, you know, and I showed a good tennis against her. You know, I went there and I just played really solid, clean, smart, and I used my chances. And against Venus, you know, it's never easy to play against her, you know, in a big stadium when everybody's supporting her. And with her, you need to serve good, you know, because she has the best serve, you know, on the tour. And when I had kind of couple of tight moments, I couldn't serve it out, you know. In the second set, she came back, you know, and then I had this third set momentum when I was a bit kind of not sure, you know. I was still keep believing in myself. Even I knew that she's coming back, but I knew that I'm serving for the match. I'm up in the score, you know. She needs to kind of fight it back, you know. And it's different when you're up in the score and when you're down and you're saving the match points or set points or. So yeah, this is maybe. I mean, all the matches were kind of the turnaround for me. Every single match was so difficult against such a good players, you know. And every win for me here is just really. Like, I will remember every win from this tournament here.
Speaking of belief, and you mentioned Venus and also your opponent today, Svetlana, you know, they've gotten back into the top 10 recently, and now you're on course as well to have one of your best singles years ever on tour. How have their examples helped you with belief?
They're the great examples, you know, Serena, Venus, Svetlana. There is a few other girls who is more than 30 on the tour, and they showing a really high level tennis. They're really fit and strong, and I think also in the mind, you know, they appreciate more what they have. They trying to enjoy more what they have, because when we were juniors, you know, all of us, I think, we were not kind of. Understanding, you know, the value what we have, that we're so lucky, you know, to play such a great sport, and this is the best woman sport, I think, for me, you know, in the world. And right now, you know, everybody is really taking care of their health, you know, trying to recover. The level of the physical fitness and recovery is really on a different level now. Everybody taking care of their health, about what they're eating, you know. Same about Svetlana, you know, she really changed, I think, her diet for last couple of years. Me as well, you know, I'm eating more healthy than I was eating when I was like 17, 19 years old, you know. I was eating all the crap, and now I'm just trying to be fit, you know, at the same time. But I think all these little things that makes a difference, and that's why when you're 30, we're all 30, and we're showing our best tennis now.
Elena, what was your reaction to that net cord at the end of the first set?
At the end of the first set, it was such a heartbreaking moment for me. You know, I was like, oh my God, I was fighting so much. We played set for more than an hour, and this is how it's gonna end. You know, with the net.
I'm sorry to interrupt you. We only have one of these, and the guys' final is about to end.
It's one each. Oh, okay.
It's the weirdest thing ever. And I've never heard of doing that. I'll bring it back. My apologies. You get to have your own later. I promise.
It's okay. Give it to Roger. Yeah, that's fine. I'm fine with this.
That has the most surreal moment.
You were talking about my
heartbreaking
heartbreaking moment. It's another one.
Story of your tournament. But I mean, so then after that net cord,
I kind of. I even spoke with my mom after the match, and she was like, "Oh my God, this net cord, the set ball, and set point, and you look a little bit down." She told me in the beginning of the second set, but that's true. I kind of lost that momentum, fighting momentum that I was sticking to each game. I was playing kind of solid. I was trying to be consistent, you know, not giving her a lot of errors. Even I knew before the match that I will have more unforced errors than Svetlana, because she's really good on defending, you know. And I was watching her match against Karolina Pliskova, couple of highlights. She was getting everything back, you know, and the same situation happened with me. You know, she was making me play one more extra ball, lower ball, high ball, and then when I lost this first set, I started giving her a lot of unforced errors. You know, I started missing a lot. I started missing a lot of shots from first or second shot. You know, it was no long rallies like we had in the first set. And then when the score was 1-4 and I was 1-4 down, I just thought that, you know, I had to stop doing so many mistakes. You know, I have to stay a bit longer on the center court. You know, I was not thinking, you know, that I will win this match on that moment, to be honest. But I was just thinking that I just want to stay longer. I just want to fight. You know, I don't want to give it back so easy.
A year ago, you leave here after losing in the qualifying. Could you have even, in your craziest moment, think you'd be leaving this year? Well, you'll leave with the trophy.
Yeah.
Have it now, yeah.
I mean, tennis is awesome, I can say. Yeah, that's what we have, you know. And I think that my example is the good kind of self-belief, good kind of vibe for all other players, you know, all other girls, you know, on the tour who think that, oh my God, this is the end of the world, end of my career. I lost first round of quali. What can be worse than that? But you can regroup and get back. You know, you can just play the best sport you have. What you're doing for the rest for all your life. You know, you gave so much to tennis. I gave so much to tennis. And as I said before, I had last year a kind of few tough momentum when I was playing, coming from qualifying, having a lot of matches and trying to kind of win these matches. And I was not thinking about my ranking at that moment, I swear. I was just thinking about my game, you know. And when I had a couple of good wins against the good players, I was like, okay, this is it. I have it, you know. So just remember this. Remember your shots. Remember your kind of feelings on the court when you were winning these matches. Try to keep it as long as I can. But it's difficult. We have a lot of tournaments, and I had a lot of matches. And even when I thought that, you know, I kind of lost this kind of feeling, then the Wimbledon came. And I made that semifinal run, and it gives me a lot of confidence, because I was waiting for this kind of Grand Slam run, you know, long run for all my life. I was kind of going there. It was close, but not close enough. You know, I couldn't do that. And now here, you know, I won the title, and this sounds like a miracle, you know, for everybody, for you guys, for me, for I think all the girls out there. I think nobody could pick me at the beginning of the tournament that I could win this title. Me also, I couldn't pick myself. But then when I was kind of getting closer to this stage, and even today, you know, I knew that Svetlana was she was the favorite of the match, and I was like, I don't care, you know, I just want this title really much.
You know, it sounds like a miracle, but really there's a lot of hard work that goes into what you accomplished today. In the past year, is it more of a physical effort or more of a mentality?
I think in the last couple of years, it's more physical and mental part as well, you know, and a lot of people were saying that that I got married and it changed my, I don't know, personality. I changed my life. We should better ask my husband if I changed or not before and after the wedding. Maybe I start to be, you know, like this. No, I'm not. Yes, I didn't change. But in the last couple of years, I didn't change anything in my team. You know, I had the same. My dad is always with me. I'm working with Andrei Chesnakov. I have my physio with me, working all the time, my fitness coach back at home in Russia. And they were always saying to me that, you know, I have the game. You know, you have the game, you have the shots. I mean, you're such a positive person. They were always saying to me, you're never going down. You know, even you're always fighting till the end. I have it since I was a kid, but you just need to pull this in the tournament consistently through the match by match. That was the most difficult part for me. I could play like amazing couple of matches, and then I can have really frustrating loss. And this is it. This is why top 10 players, you know, they're on this high level, you know, these big champions, because they're playing match by match. They, even when they're playing bad, they keep winning. This is the big difference between top players and the other players. And I think these 2 weeks, I was playing great, but even when I had the bad moments, I was still winning. I was able to kind of turn it around. Like today, I was not playing like the best tennis in my life, like in the first like maybe 2.5 sets, but I was just fighting, and that's what happened at the end.
Can you make a comparison between what you achieved the last year in doubles and this tournament, this trophy?
Compare this.
Yeah, what could be difference?
This means a lot. This is the biggest title for me in singles, the biggest title and the biggest final I ever played, and I won it. And of course, it's gonna be, I mean, it's gonna take the big part of in my heart. But the doubles last year, it was different. The Olympic gold medal, Courtney, we're talking about that again. You're not asking. The gold medal, it's always gonna be somewhere on the top level, because it's dream of my life, my partner, and we were going there, you know, thinking about this medal. And then we won the championship in Singapore, which is also huge. But this win here in BNP Paribas is just something I've been dreaming for all my life, to have such a big title. It's only the Grand Slam is bigger, you know, the only thing that can beat, you know, this win. So I'm really happy about this win.
For the second time in a row, I think we've had 2 very good women's finals and maybe 2 slightly more straightforward men's finals. And there was a lot of criticism on Twitter that the women's final was taking up and delaying, in inverted commas, the men's final. You were battling out there for 3.5 hours. Could you give me your point of view of how frustrating that must be to put it all out there?
People will always be upset. It's going to be either they're upset it's a short final, now we have a long final. I mean, they put us in the schedule at 11 a.m. You know, we played final at 11, and we showed the great match out there. You know, it was a big fight, and I think in Russia they showed the whole match. And I will tell you, to be honest, in Russia we don't have tennis at all on the TV live on the main channel. So I think that's great for women's sport. That's great for women tennis. And me and Svetlana, I think we should proud how we actually were fighting, and the quality of the tennis was really high. And even people will say, okay, the next final was a little bit delay. Come on, guys, you know, you had one of the best match in the final you can have. You know, it was like ups and downs, you know, and then the underdog won, you know, so I think this is the best scenario. And then you still have Roger in the final. You still will see him, you know, and I think he won. No, I don't know if he won or not, but it's always going to be like this. People will be upset about something, you know, but in the end of the day, the women tennis, we played 3 sets match, like nothing, I think not many people were expecting that I could win this match. And it was so, I think till the end, you couldn't pick the winner. And I think it was so interesting and so exciting to see this final. I'm proud of what we did with Svetlana today.
Last question.
Do you think that this is kind of one of those wins that sends a message in the locker room? You know, like they're paying attention? Lower ranked players?
Yes.
Top players?
Yes, the low ranked players always need to believe that they can beat these big players. It's not easy, you know, to beat a lot of them through the whole tournaments, you know, but I think, yeah, this message will go in the locker room.
Thank you.
Thank you.